for a brand to be viable for 75 years, it's not the brand that has the viability, it's the company and the people and the resources behind that.
Well, let's first talk about Ted's company, Spillman. You know, they've been around forever, the precast industry, I think something like 75 years. And they have a great brand, a great reputation, and that doesn't come without a lot of hard work and a lot of great leadership. And that comes back to the Coons family, and in particular Ted, who'd been running the family business for years, and the team he's built. So we've always had a fondness or respect for Spillman. But under the Afinitas platform, as we were building out our forming systems division, you know, we had New Hampton Metal Fab, which is kind of, you know, the market leader in North America for underground precast forming. Ted's company was a little bit more diverse, pre-stressed forms, and in addition, a lot of different products for the above ground construction precast industry, and it made a great complement to the New Hampton product lines.
You have to be willing to take risks. You know, if you're going to be an entrepreneur and have an established brand and have it grow and be viable 25 years or 50 years later, you've got to change. But you got to make mistakes and then course correct after you've made the mistakes.
So Ted is a NPCA icon, industry icon. He was part of the original families that put NPCA together and has just really just carried the torch and has been very instrumental in NPCA and standards and quality and things that the NPCA is all about.
When I started with Ted, I came from a different industry. I came from the plastic side of the business. And so it was a little daunting, a little bit. You know, I mean, we'd always competed against the concrete side, and but didn't really understand every single thing to do with concrete. And Ted will tell you that I ask a lot of questions. He was very gracious to deal with those questions, but he was also very, very in depth in how he answered that and made sure that I knew every single thing there was to know about concrete, how our products work with concrete, how we are engaging with our customers, and that whole process.
Ted's first of all, Ted's been in the business 50 years. He celebrated that here a few months back. And Ted's been in the industry a long time, family business, just like myself, and grew up in the business, grew up working with his parents. And so he's educated, gone to school, he's educated by his parents, has a love and passion for this industry like nothing I've ever seen. He truly, truly loves to help customers. He not necessarily is always worried about the dollar or how much, what he's going to make for margin. Obviously, you have to make money, but at the same token, he's always trying to help our customers. He wants to help our customers find solutions to their issues, and he wants to make sure that they're taken care of. If there's an issue with a form that Ted would have built, he's always there to make sure it works. Him and his staff are incredible, and that's what I think is kind of unique. I find myself and my family business doing the same thing. That's the way I was raised, and our company did the same thing. So I tell you, it's just interesting how he's come to do that, and we've done the same thing. So
I knew Ted from trade shows primarily. Every year we'd go to the NPCA, and that's where I first met Ted. And just thinking back on that, we really didn't do a lot of business with Spillman. They were in our industry, but in a different field. But Ted always stood out, which is kind of remarkable because of all the exhibitors there, Ted was the guy that always stood out to me. And there's a few reasons why. One, I always envied Ted's booth location. I don't know how he did it, but he always had a great location at those shows. That was one thing. The other thing about Ted that I noted was the way he dressed. Most guys in the precast industry don't dress real sharp, but Ted did. Always wore these Kelly green pants and a sweater, a nice V-neck sweater. He just impressed me by the way he dressed. That always stood out. The other thing about Ted was he was at the booth. I knew that he was a primary owner of that company, but he was there helping set up and really was paying close attention to what was going on. So I knew he was a man of detail. That's the things. And then probably what really impressed me, once the show started, back in those days, I don't know if they still do it, but you'd wear a name tag, your name. And if you were in committees or past chairmans, they put a little banner hanging from you. And the day the show started, here's Ted with his name tag, and he had a length of banners that almost hit the ground. And I remember my brother Don once saying to him, "Hey, Ted," he said, "you need to grow about a foot or you're going to start tripping on those things." So, yeah, I could tell that Ted was a real player in the industry, and he stood out just from those observations about Ted.
Personal note, over the almost 27 years that I've been here, and thank you for all that you've done with me through the years. You've been a profound mentor in my career at NPCA. But I also know mostly from Lynn, because you're a humble man. You don't boast a lot. For one thing, you have a servant's heart. You're leaving a legacy. What can I say? Being from the South, I've heard a lot of cliches in my lifetime, and one comes to mind that my great-grandmother used to say: "The good Lord threw away the mole when he made you, Mr. Coons." It's true. Thank you for your passion, your contributions, your leadership. You're a servant leader. The precast industry is a better place because you've been in it.
If you treat people right and they choose to separate from the company at their choice, then oftentimes they find the grass isn't greener somewhere else and they come back. And there are a number of people on the Columbus Afinitas team who are boomerangs. And that's also true in other parts of the Afinitas family, at least in North America. And I think that speaks to how you approach people.
I can't stress enough how genuine Ted is, and how making relationships with Ted and with our customer, and how big of an impact that had on me.
I'm Ned Hall. I'm the manufacturing leader for Afinitas and Form Division in the Columbus location. I've been with Spillman and Afinitas 25 years. I've worked for Ted for over 20 years, most of that time as a direct report. Over the years, I've learned so much from Ted, how to treat your employees as family, and a lot about business itself and how to treat our customers also. One thing I learned from Ted, he treated this company, it was a family business. He treated all the associates like family, and has done a lot for myself and all the associates out in the plant, and we appreciate that.
My name is Matt Strauss. I started working for Spillman in July of 2000, so I've been here for a long time. Ted's always been a real good leader. He's kept everybody on board, even when, times weren't great. He kept everybody here, kept them working, kept everybody busy. Working for Spillman's been great. It's allowed me to, have a family and provide for them for many years. And it's been a lot of good times.
I'm Pam Johnson, office manager. I started with Spillman Company almost 27 years ago, and Ted has been a human computer of knowledge throughout the years, and very insightful and willing to train everyone, and we appreciate that type of family style business throughout the years, and just appreciate him handling a lot.
It's Kevin Lewis Armstrong. I've been here 25 years. I am a welder fabricator. Working here, like I had said earlier, it's an adventure. I can say that. It's an adventure. Learn a lot of new things that actually I did not know.
My name's Chuck Witt. I'm a welder and fitter. I've been here probably almost 38 years, somewhere along there. I lost count, but it's been a while. And it's really been a pleasure when I was working for Ted. I mean, my point of view, he took care of his employees. Being at Spillman, I learned, to be steady at the job, and it's all a learning experience. And, Ted wasn't the kind to really push it. He just wanted to make sure he was busy, doing your job and doing it right.
I'm Tim Allen. I'm just production, a welder, fitter. And I've been here 36 years. As far as working with Ted, when I come in, the place was way smaller, than it is now. And it was just more definitely a family environment. Over the years, I've just realized he's how devoted and how much energy and effort, time he put into the company itself. And he did it all for us, and to help us keep our job. And we always felt safe. You didn't have to worry about getting laid off. He was just a great guy to work for. His whole family is just great. They all have a little place in my heart.
I'm most proud of having built a business that a number of our former associates retired here, chose to make careers here and retired here. I have 3 colleagues, former colleagues, for whom we encouraged them and they got their MBAs at night, 2 of whom have gone on to great careers since. One of the proudest things is we did a lot of both formal and not formal education. There were about every 5 years we would do a customer road trip with our production associates. It's really hard to, if you don't have a precast background, to know how steel forms are being used and abused. If you see it in the field, you have a greater sense of being involved beyond the walls and the gate here. Really, we did the last trip 2 weeks before the business was sold to Afinitas, and went up to Norwalk. We've been to Babbert. We've been to what is now Forterra or Rinker down the street. So it was we even went in plants where we weren't making things directly for that plant, for our colleagues to get a greater sense of the industry as a whole. And I was able to give back or pay forward from the early days. First at NPCA, then at PCI. Within ASTM, I joined ASTM in 1975. I am now the dean of that committee. When I made the decision as a sophomore, and I was 15, I didn't think that I would be work for one company, family company or successor for 50 plus years. And the majority of our friends today are precast and pre-stress people around the globe, really.
Ted, it's been an honor getting to know you and learning from you. You have been an industry icon, and just so proud to be able to call you my friend. And you've been very instrumental in the industry, and just wish you the best.
You know, I want to wish Ted well in his retirement and thank him for all the years of, you know, everything he's done for me and my family. And I've had, between my wife and I, we have 6 boys, and 5 of them have worked here, 2 currently. And it's been a great operation to get involved with, and I thank Ted to the bottom of my heart. Wish him well.
Just want to say congratulations, Ted, on your 75 years in business. Congratulations on the next chapter in your life, Ted. We're going to see each other. We're going to be around each other for a long, long time, I sure hope. And want to congratulate you, Lynn, your family, the team members, and your business that you created.
Glad to see he's retiring. I'm retiring, and I wish him well.
I hope you enjoy your retirement. I'm sure you will. I know you love to travel all over the world, so I'm sure if there's anything you haven't seen yet, you will. Best of luck to you and to Lynn, and thank you for all the opportunities I've been given here.
I'm happy for Ted that he can retire. I just want to congratulate Ted on all the hard work he put in. He's really deserving of his retirement. He's always been impressed by Ted and his the smile on his face, and his really dedication to his company and to the industry. So Ted, congratulations. Wish you the best in your retirement.
Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. And, you know, I wish him and his family, you know, the best, you know, that he enjoyed his retirement.
Ted, I would like to formally congratulate you on the business that you have built. 75 years in this industry as a market leader is truly remarkable, and I am just so honored to have been able to be part of at least some of that with you. And for yourself personally, Ted, I know you've got a lot going on in your life outside of the business, and I'm really looking forward to you being able to spend more time with your family, more time with your hobbies, more time out in Colorado. Whatever it is that you want to do, more time traveling, I just want to wish you the best of luck. And I want to say thank you for the time that you've spent with me over the years since we've come together as companies. Congratulations, Ted.
The only thing I miss about him retiring is, not seeing him around. But I wish him the best the world has to offer you.
One last quote. You can't retire from being great. Wishing you and Lynn the very best on your next adventures. Happy retirement.